Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're listening to another old re-uploaded video for League of Legends. This one features the ButtonMasherz team in the final match of an early Go for LOL Cup against a team named Restricted, and you're going to recognize at least one player on the other team who went on to have a rather successful professional career. This video was originally recorded on July 25th, 2011. Enjoy!
Hello folks, this is Sula once again, and you're listening to another commentary video for League of Legends. We are looking at the final of the Go for LOL number 20 Cup, played between the official ButtonMasherz team and unRestricted. So this is the final match, and on the top part of the screen in blue we have the ButtonMasherz team, Cheesy Fries playing Cho'Gath, Dark Cloud playing Vayne, Funky Butt Lover playing Taric, QQ playing Alistar, and Gun Crazed playing as Warwick. They are matched up against one of the top North American teams, unRestricted. unRestricted, I would say, is definitely in the top 5 North American teams. Playing for them here is Liquid112 playing as Amumu, Nyjacky playing as Morgana, Doublelift playing as Blitzcrank, Sid TKO playing as Sion, and DontMashMe playing as Ezreal. So I'll hold on the item screen for a moment so we can see what everybody purchases and look at the starting items on each side as we get this game started. Now, a few words about unRestricted. As I've said, they are one of the top North American teams. They did play in the NESL Championship at the end of Season 1 against Counterlogic Gaming. I actually have not seen that game, so I'm not sure who won that best 2 out of 3, but the fact that they are in that match should tell you a bit about just how good this team is. They have been one of the top teams for quite a while. They were in the Premier League for NESL, and they are definitely one of the best teams out there, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. Now, one thing about this match was not played on the same day as the other matches in this Go for LOL Cup. The information I got from the ButtonMasherz said that they played this game the next day. All the other games were played on a Sunday. This game was played on a Monday, and they had to start out all over again with this match instead of sort of being in the rhythm that they had from the previous game. So anyway, we'll try to keep an eye on that, try to keep an eye on what's going on. It looks like the ButtonMasherz are not trying to do a level 1 fight here. They are probably afraid of Doublelift's Blitzcrank. Doublelift is very widely known as the best Blitzcrank player in League of Legends. His Blitzcrank grabs are absolutely amazing, and it looks like they don't want to fight with him at level 1. unRestricted also having a very nice level 1 team between Blitzcrank, Sion, well, I guess, and Morgana has her Dark Binding. I mean, I guess they say it isn't world-beating, but with that Blitzcrank grab, always very dangerous to go in and engage at level 1. If you get cranked, that can mean an instant first blood for the other team. ButtonMasherz actually had a pretty good level 1 team comp themselves between Cho'Gath, Alistar, and Taric. All pretty good for level 1 team fight, but looks like they didn't want to go for it. Looks like they just decided to back off, wait in lane, and see what happened. Now, I have not had a chance to go through and look at this video. If you've been watching the ButtonMasherz channel, I've put up, I think, 5 videos in about 5 days, so I've been trying to go through all the games in this tournament very quickly. Have not had a chance to go through all of them, so haven't had a chance to preview this. We're just going to go through, watch the match, and find out what's happening. One thing about unRestricted is they do have some pretty awesome skins. For instance, this is the Rusty Blitzcrank skin. I don't believe you can even buy this skin. I think this is one of the old ones left over from the early days of testing. Not 100% sure on that, but I believe that I remember seeing that. Anyway, QQ is playing Alistar up here in top lane. He has the Doran's Ring as his starting item. He's up against Sid TKO's Sion, who has boots, a mana potion, and 2 health pots right there. Meanwhile, in middle lane, Cheesy Fries is playing Cho'Gath. I believe he's played Cho'Gath in every one of the games that I've casted. He has started with Doran's Ring as well. He is up against Doublelift, who has started with a Regrowth Pendant and a health potion. A bit unusual. You don't often see Blitzcrank played solo mid, to say the least, but Blitzcrank is one of those champions that has simply had trouble adjusting to the new current metagame that North America is using. There's just not really a place for him. He used to be always in the duo lane, and now I guess you can still put him down there, but it's harder to fit with that sort of AD carry plus support metagame. Meanwhile, Dark Cloud is playing as Vayne in bottom lane, has started with Boots of Speed and 3 health pots. Funky Butt Lover playing as Taric down in bottom lane, has started with Boots of Speed, has started with a Sight Ward and a health pot. They're up against DontMashMe, who is playing as Ezreal, has started with Doran's Blade, and Nyjacky, who has started with a Fairy Charm and a ward. So it looks like Nyjacky is going to be playing support Morgana here in this game. Not something you see too often, but it looks like that's what he's going to try doing. It does have Black Shield to prevent a little damage, but of course does not have a heal. Anyway, Guncraze looks like he's going for a gank here in mid, coming after Doublelift. Let's see what happens here. There's the attack. Doublelift trying to get away here. Cheesy Fries not able to hit on that Rupture. It doesn't look like Doublelift's in any real danger here, so it doesn't look like there's much going on. Liquid is jungling a Mumu up here. Did start with Cloth Armor and 5 health pots. Very standard for jungle Mumu start. Guncraze started with a longsword and 1 health pot. Again, pretty standard for Warwick. Going to be building towards that Masherz Razor. So we'll try to keep an eye on the lane, see what's going on. I guess I should keep the focus more on top lane. Every previous video in this series has been from Funky Butt Lover's point of view, so I've been sort of tending down in that bottom lane just by habit. Meanwhile, this video is actually from QQ's point of view instead, running his Alistar, so I guess I'll try to keep the focus up here, try to keep an eye on that. Do want to keep an eye on that mini-map, see if there's any ganks coming in. So far, it's just been farming on both sides. Not sure if there's been too much distinction between the two sides. We'll try to see if anybody's gotten ahead thus far. See, Cheesy Fries 23 minion kills against Blitzcrank's Doublelift splits, 23 minion kills, so dead even there. I saw some pinging over here. Not sure if there was a jungle invasion coming in or not. Anyway, Sid TKO going in, has his shield running, is not really having any trouble farming these minions so far. So let's see, in this top lane, QQ 21 minion kills, Sid TKO 25. So again, very even there. No real change thus far between the two players. Down in bottom lane, this is where you often see the most difference between the two sides. Dark Cloud 27 minion kills, and let's see, DontMashMe 26. So yeah, pretty much dead even there as well. Very little happening thus far in the game. Both sides pretty much just dead even as far as I can tell. Anyway, Sid TKO has taken a little harass up there in top lane from QQ. He was down at around maybe 2/3 health. You can see that's about all I can really see. There's the combo doing the headbutt pulverize immediately as soon as that shield wears off. So QQ doing quite well. About the only problem is he's out of mana, so probably going to have to go back to base soon just to get a refill there. We'll see if he decides to go back here or waits a little bit longer, but he no longer can do his combo. He doesn't have any mana, so have to keep an eye on that. Up, just saw Mumu there. Here comes Liquid in for the gank, going after QQ's Alistar. Let's see, he has enough mana for a headbutt, but not a pulverize, and that could be trouble getting stunned there by Sid TKO, but I think he's going to make it back to the safety of his tower, and he's going to be okay there. No real issue. One thing that I do want to point out, can we get a view of a Mumu? No, looks like Liquid might be recalling back to base in this brush there. He does have the Vancouver Olympics Amumu skin, which I don't believe I've ever actually seen in game before, because not many people were playing League of Legends back in February of 2010. So in any case, does have that skin. I'll try to zoom in if we get another chance to view him, but of course he is on the other side of the map. Don't really have a chance. Can only see him when he comes into view on the ButtonMasherz line of sight. Anyway, Sid TKO is pushed to the tower up there. Going to go back to buy, presumably. Meanwhile, down in bottom lane, nobody has gone back to purchase yet. I don't think so. Doesn't look like anyone's gone back yet. Cheesy Fries has gone back here in middle lane. He picked up Boots of Speed and a No Magic Mantle, so it looks like he's going to go for Merc Treads first, would be my guess there. Anyway, Funky Butt Lover tried to stun Nyjacky there, but that's the problem with Morgana Black Shield. Nyjacky can just pop on that Black Shield anytime that a Taric Stun is coming out. The Taric Stun, the Dazzle projectile, is a very slow projectile, so there's plenty of time to toss on that Black Shield. Anyway, there's the Amumu skin. If you haven't seen this one before, it's a pretty rare skin. Hardly anyone has this one. It doesn't even look that good, but just the rarity of it makes it kind of cool. Anyway, ButtonMasherz trying to set up for another early dragon kill. They've been doing this in a lot of their games. They have the vision ward there. It looks like they're probably going to go for that. Meanwhile, QQ coming down, crossing paths with Sid TKO, ships in the fog right there. They walked right past each other without engaging. Anyway, Doublelift now has the blood sense on him. There's the grab, pulling Cheesy Fries into the middle of the team right there. Cheesy Fries taking a lot of damage. Is he going to go down? Yes, going to go down. First blood to the Amumu tiers. And right now, QQ and Guncraze in a lot of trouble. QQ getting stunned. Going to have to pop his ultimate to get out. Guncraze, though, is behind the team. There's the flash, but Sid is right there as well. If he can hit on a stun, it will be a kill. No, not going to hit on a kill. Not going to be killed there. But QQ, now QQ has gone back in and is taking a lot of damage here. Is he going to be able to make it out? He is on one hit, down to 73 hit points. Oh, is he going to escape from this? No! Morgana auto attack finishing him off. Nyjacky is going to die for it there, so probably not worth it to flash in there on an auto attack. So 2 for 1 in favor of unrestricted there. ButtonMasherz not fighting particularly well, but not as bad as it could have been there. QQ was able to get far enough back into the tower range that Nyjacky had to commit suicide basically to get that kill. Oh well, interesting result there. Interesting fight there. Again, it all started with another one of those double lift Blitzcrank hooks that we've seen come to know and love so much if you ever watch the streams. Oh, right there, DontMashMe finishing off Dark Cloud. Could not see how much health they had. Did not see the health. Can't see the health bars, unfortunately. But DontMashMe finishing off Dark Cloud with an Ezreal ult. Again, don't know quite what happened in the fight there. Can't see the health bars, unfortunately. But if we take a look at that matchup, 51 minion kills for Dark Cloud and 51 for DontMashMe. So again, pretty much dead even there. Not really any difference between the two players aside from the kill. Ooh, and Sid recalling back to base just as QQ gets up there. Don't know if that would have turned into a kill, but interesting nonetheless. Anyway, ButtonMasherz do still have this vision ward down here at Dragon. They can kill that normal ward of unrestricted if they get somebody up there. Probably want to do that relatively soon. Don't know if someone's going to come do that or not. Of course, the problem is getting somebody over there in order to do it. QQ pushing top lane. He has picked up a second endurance ring and boots of speed. He's also picked up 2 health pots. Sid TKO though, wow, going for the boots of mobility. Interesting call there. Interesting. That tells me he's going to be doing a lot of split pushing. Now notice he also has the teleport, so both top lanes have teleport. They can both teleport into a dragon fight. And Sid TKO going to use his teleport to come in here. Looks like he tried to save that ward at Dragon. Interestingly enough, it was being killed by Funky Butt Lover. I think he went in to try to save the ward. Oh, and look at this. Wanted to save that ward so Nyjacky could come in and kill the ButtonMasherz ward with their own vision ward. Interesting play there. I'm not sure if it was worth the teleport, but he did save that ward and was able to keep it up long enough to for Nyjacky to come in there and kill it. So anyway, interesting choice. Not sure how that works out, but interesting decision. Anyway, Sid is now here in mid. Doublelift is rotated into top lane. And oh, there's the grab. Grabbing QQ into the tower. QQ going to have to pop his ult and headbutt out. Meanwhile, there was a kill elsewhere on the map. Unfortunately, I did miss that. I was watching what was going on in top lane. It looks like Dark Cloud was killed. I didn't see how that happened, unfortunately. Just can't watch all parts of the map at once, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, missed out on that one. Meanwhile, another team fight going on in mid. There's the Amumu ult freezing Cheesy Fries. Let's get back there so we can see what's going on here. Liquid doing a lot of damage here along with Sid. Looks like Gun Crazed and Cheesy Fries are tanky enough, though, that they're going to be able to make it out of this without too much trouble. Anyway, Doublelift pushing up there on top. Funky Butt Lover going to have a tough time holding this lane in bottom. He's probably going to have to give up this tower to DontMashMe and Nyjacky. Looks like they are going to get this one. And there it goes. So DontMashMe, I believe, is now 2-0. Yeah, now is 2-0. And Dark Cloud is 0-2, which is not a good sign for the rest of this game in terms of how the ButtonMasherz want it to go. I believe that DontMashMe has been going back and forth with a couple other players for #1 rank on the North American servers in terms of solo queue. Not 100% sure. I have to double check that again, but I know he's been in like the top 10 for a long time now. Just a really, really strong solo player. Anyway, right here, walking into Gun Craze. Are they going to try to gank this right now? Oh, if he had that ultimate, yeah, Warwick should have used his ultimate. I don't know why Gun Craze let him flash over the wall. Ezreal does have his blink right now, and oh, there they go. Gonna get the nom nom, but they walked so far over here that now the rest of unRestricted is going to be able to counter gank this. Cheesy Fries taking a lot of damage. Gun Craze and Cheesy Fries almost out of mana, but they have done a lot of damage to Liquid. Can they finish this off? Liquid gonna flash over the wall. Now Nyjacky entering the fight. If Doublelift can get off one of those grabs, it could be very, very dangerous right now for the rest of the team. There's the knockup. There's the grab, pulling Gun Craze into the team right there. There's the stun. Oh, Liquid though going to go down. Took a lot of damage. Doublelift low. There's the Morgana ult coming out. It's going to hit nobody in the end. They were able to break that ultimate right there. There's the stun on QQ from Sid. And oh, there's another nice Dark Binding on the Dark Cloud. Dark Binding on Dark Cloud. Wow, Ezreal ult coming in, doing a lot of damage. QQ and Dark Cloud on one hit. If Sid can just get off his stun, that will be a kill. And there he is, flashing into the middle of the team, popping his shield. Dark Cloud very low. Oh, on 2 HP, gonna slip out, surviving the Morgana auto attack, living with 2 HP. It doesn't get much lower than that. Only 1 HP. I guess that would be the only way it could be lower than that. Anyway, ButtonMasherz is going to hold on to this tower, I believe. Don't think it's in any real trouble, but I believe that they went 1 for 2 in that fight. It was a pretty long-running fight. They either went 1 for 2 or 2 for 3, not 100% sure. And unRestricted looks like they're going to make a play for this dragon here. We'll have to see. I don't think ButtonMasherz are in a position to go after this. They do have a ward, but even though QQ can teleport, the rest of the team can't get there in time. So it looks like first dragon of the match is going to go to unRestricted here. And with them being a little bit ahead already in kills, that's going to give them a bit of an early edge here in the going. You'd have to say that at this point in time, they're ahead right now in the match between the two teams. In terms of farming, pretty even. The biggest difference in the game is bottom lane. Dark Cloud 0-2, 70 minion kills, and DontMashMe 2-0, 73. So that's really the biggest difference in the game. That and the dragon kills. Anyway, Cheesy Fries getting grabbed by Doublelift, pulled into the middle of the team. Doublelift, #1 blitz, pulls him into the middle of the enemy team. You can even see Cheesy Fries typing nice hook, and that is the power of Doublelift and those Blitzcrank grabs. He grabs you, pulls you into the middle of the team, and even as tanky as Cho'Gath is, poor little gentleman Cho'Gath unfortunately did go down as soon as that hook hit. So that was a very unnecessary death to give away. Gonna set back Cheesy Fries quite a bit. He's already died twice, so he's not building up those feast stacks the way that Cho'Gath player wants to do. And Doublelift is actually getting pretty farmed here. 91 minion kills. He actually has the most farm in the game as Blitzcrank, as funny as that might seem. Catalyst the Protector, Philosopher's Stone, going for Merc Treads next. Interesting build. He is in a little trouble here. Guncraze coming in. If Guncraze can initiate here into a rupture from Cheesy Fries, he might be in a lot of trouble. Let's see if Doublelift's going to be able to get out of here. Here comes a teleport in, and Sid teleporting into a rather bad spot. There's another hook, though. Guncraze getting grabbed into the tower, taking so much tower damage. And there he goes. Those Blitzcrank hooks. #1 blitz once again. Doublelift just completely changing the outlook of these fights with those grabs. Another magnificent job. Grabbing poor Guncraze, pulling him right into the tower. Then I believe he was stunned by Sid TKO's Scion underneath the tower. Not 100% sure, but I believe that that's what went down in that fight there. And turning into another kill for unRestricted. Even though it looked like a bad initiation, it looked like that initiation was going well for the ButtonMasherz, but unRestricted was able to flip it around and turn it to their advantage. Meanwhile, this is a very bad sign. You do not want the AD carry solo farming in bottom lane. DontMashMe just completely ignoring these fights, just farming down in bottom lane, has now overtaken Doublelift, is about to go over 100, and they have 3 champs about to go over 100, so they are starting to get a bit of an edge in farm over the ButtonMasherz. Right there, Dark Cloud taking a lot of damage once again. Is he going to be able to escape? Yes, is going to be able to get out of there, but Nyjacky and DontMashMe are just running around with no fear whatsoever in this bottom lane, even though they're very far away from their tower, and that's generally not a good sign. Anyway, up here, Liquid has joined Sid up in top lane. QQ going to have to be very careful about farming there as a result. Meanwhile, Doublelift, Cheesy Fries still engaging back and forth in mid. Here comes Guncraze. For whatever reason, they really seem to like going in after Doublelift, but he's pretty tanky overall, especially with his mana shield. Anyway, there's the Warwick initiation. Are they going to be able to get this kill here? Doublelift, there's the mana shield, so he is quite low. Nyjacky popping the Morgana ult. Wish we could see the health bars here. Cheesy Fries is quite low. There's the stun from the Morgana ult. Knock up from Doublelift's Blitzcrank. And actually going to survive as Doublelift goes down, but no, Dark Binding in the back. Going to finish him off. Nyjacky, though, is way out of position now. I don't think he's going to be able to make it out of there. There he is, going down right there. And Sid far behind the rest of the team, but Flash for a Flash is going to be able to get out of there as DontMashMe comes in. So that was a much better fight for the ButtonMasherz. 2 for 1 there. The best fight that they've managed to do so far. Nyjacky did manage to get that kill, but of course, once again, had to die to do it. Nyjacky has played incredibly aggressively. Does have the 3 kills, but has suffered 2 deaths for it. And ButtonMasherz in good position to go in on this tower right here. Anyway, engaging, fighting under the tower right here. There they go. Gonna burst down Sid there. Funky Buttlever taking a lot of damage. Oh, DontMashMe knocked into the wall. Oh, if anybody had been on top of that, I think they could have finished off that kill, but I guess that the team just didn't realize Dark Cloud was going to hit on the knock into the wall and get that temporary stun. So just a little slow there. They weren't quite able to follow up on that, but nonetheless, nice job getting the kill on Sid there. They were able to pick up a kill, weren't able to get the tower, but cleaning up that kill on Sid TKO, helping them out quite a bit. Now 8 to 6 in kills. They've gotten back into this match really with those last 2 fights, helped them out a lot. Overall, they are still behind at this point in time. I wouldn't say they're super far behind or anything, but they definitely are behind in this match due to the fact that unRestricted did take that early dragon and is ahead in farm. Doublelift just farming all over the place. Meanwhile, Cheesy Fries in a lot of trouble up here. The Moo ult's gonna stun him temporarily. There's the exhaust, and he's not going to escape. Trying to finish off DontMashMe, but not quite able to do so. So, oh, look how close that was. DontMashMe very, very low, but not able to finish off the kill. and Liquid and DontMashMe able to combine to score another kill in top lane. This has probably been the biggest difference between this game and other games. In the other games I've seen, Cheesy Fries has just not died hardly at all. He's been able to stay alive, get up those feast stacks, and just be unkillable, be like this super difficult to kill tank for the team. And in this game, he just hasn't been able to do that. He's been killed 4 times already, 4 deaths in 18 minutes, so he's not been able to keep up those feast stacks, and that's made him pretty vulnerable to a lot of these ganks. So he's been dying in places where otherwise he wouldn't have in other games, and that's been a pretty big difference thus far. Anyway, a little engagement in middle lane, nothing too much going on here. Funky Butt Lover is building standard support, Philosopher's Stone, Heart of Gold, what you'd expect. Gun Crazed has Madrids, has Spirit Visage, looks like he's going for Mercury Treads next. Cheesy Fries, meanwhile, has finished Aegis of the Legion, does have a Heart of Gold, that's all he has though, so he's pretty well itemized, but probably not where he wants to be. Anyway, looks like they're probably going to go in here. There's the stun, but there's Black Shield to counter it. Morgana perfectly countering Taric. Gonna have to remember that for the future. Morgana really counters Taric well. You just have so much time when that slow Dazzle Stun comes in to pop on a Black Shield. Nyjacky has just completely shut down Funky Butt Lover's Taric so far in this game. It's really been a nice counter. Like I said, I haven't seen Morg, rarely see Morg played anymore. But once again there, Black Shield going in on Doublelift and now enabling him to get out of here. Here comes the Morg ult. This is gonna stun a lot of people, and indeed not going very well at all. That Morgana stun hit just everybody on the ButtonMasherz. And right now the whole team is just doing tons and tons of damage. Terrible damage, as they would say in StarCraft 2. And once again, this is not going well. Is a Blitzcrank hook going to come in here on Funky Butt Lover? No, just a flash from DontMashMe. Going to finish him off. There goes Cheesy Fries as well. And that was an 0 for 4 fight. That did not go well at all. The turning point in that fight was Nyjacky's Morgana ult hitting pretty much everybody on the team, dealing the full damage and the stun. And from there, the rest of the team was just teeing off on them while they were stunned. DontMashMe with Manamune and Sheen just doing so much damage right now. So that's going to turn into 4 kills for Unrestricted and a Dragon. And the ButtonMasherz are in very serious danger now. They need to do something to flip the script around very soon, or they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Anyway, right there, Blitzcrank, or Doublelift not going to hit on that Blitz grab. So Gun Crazed is going to survive. I believe he would have died if he had been hit by that particular grab. But not going to hit on all of them. Even #1 Blitz misses on some of his grabs. And right now, the ButtonMasherz need to do something just to try to, like I said, flip this script around, get back into this game, try to pick somebody off, try to maybe sneak a Dragon or Baron. Unfortunately, Dragon was just taken, so that opportunity is not going to be up for another 5 minutes or so until that comes on. They're starting to get out-farmed quite a bit by the other team, 136, 134 to 105, 113 in terms of solo lanes. That's starting to be a pretty significant difference in farm. Also, Unrestricted has 3 people over 100. Cheesy Fries is about to go over 100, so indeed, Unrestricted definitely getting ahead here in farm. Also starting to get a little bit of a leveling advantage as well. There's the Headbutt Pulverize combo, but it didn't really do that much to Doublelift. He does have 77 magic resist. QQ, though, almost finished a death cap, is getting pretty close to that. There he is. So if he can get off one more of those combos, though, Doublelift will be in a little bit of trouble. Still, he does have his Mana Shield. Helps make him a lot tankier. Anyway, Dark Cloud going back to base. Hopefully, for his sake, he's about to finish Bloodthirst or Infinity Edge or something. Turn that BF Sword into something. Hold on, I don't want to see the shop. Let's see if he has been able to finish something. Anyway, we'll check back on that in a minute. Meanwhile, DontMashMe continuing to farm bottom lane. He's just been split pushing down there continuously. Nyjacky playing, again, support Morgana. Not something I've seen a whole lot, but he has Philosopher's Stone, Lucky Pick, and Heart of Gold along with cooldown boots. Pretty interesting. If you can hit on Dark Bindings, I can definitely see that being effective. A very good counter to a Taric bottom lane. Anyway, Doublelift coming out here. QQ in a lot of trouble right now. There's the knockup. Going to pop his ultimate, so he'll probably be okay. Gonna just headbutt Nyjacky out of the way, but they're gonna get hit on the snare, and now his ultimate has run out. Still, he is going to make it back to the tower. Again, the value of Alistar, when he has that ult up, you pretty much can't damage him at all, but he did have to use his ult there. Anyway, Dark Cloud has not chosen to continue building that BF Sword. He has gone for a Negatron Cloak instead. And meanwhile, while that was going on, Sid coming up the top lane as well and taking down that tower. Let's see what Sid has. Sid almost has a death cap. He has Double Dorn's mobility boots and most of a death cap. So again, building AP Scion as you'd expect. Does have the mobility boots, which is a little bit unorthodox. Anyway, 3 towers down. All of the initial entry-level towers are down for the ButtonMasherz. They do not have any of the towers down for Unrestricted, which is a very bad sign. That's a lot of Global Golden experience. To be down 3 towers is very significant in this game. It's a shame that we don't have the spectator mode that they used at the DreamHack so you can see the global gold difference, but it's quite large at this point in time. Unrestricted has a lot more global gold than the ButtonMasherz do as a result of being ahead 2 dragons and 3 towers. That really does add up. They're probably ahead about, I'd say, roughly 1,000 gold per player, so maybe 5,000 global gold, and that's pretty significant overall. Anyway, they have to be very careful on the part of the ButtonMasherz not to give up this Baron. Right now, while Dark Cloud is down here in bottom lane, this is dangerous. While he's down here in bottom lane, that means Baron is exposed. Doublelift, there he is, going to grab Cheesy Fries. Here comes a Moo. Is he going to be able to make it back to that tower? I don't know if he's going to be able to escape. There it is, a silence on Liquid, preventing the Amumu ult from getting off, using that Feral Scream on Cho'Gath. Otherwise, I believe that the Amumu ult would have come out, and that probably would have been a kill. So nice use of the Cho'Gath silence there. But nonetheless, Nyjacky Doublelift running through the jungle at will right now, and this middle tower is looking pretty exposed right now. If DontMashMe, Nyjacky and Liquid want to push this, they've got most of the team here. Meanwhile, Sid TKO is in bottom lane. Remember, Sid does have the teleport, can jump into this fight if he needs to, but right now looks like they're going to get in a little push on this tower right here. Doublelift running his overdrive right there, attacking very fast right now when he's got that running. There is an Oracle on Liquid as well. I hadn't seen that before. It does have it right there. And once again, Funky Butt Lover trying to stun Nyjacky, but he just pops on that black shield and he does not get stunned. So again, what we're seeing here is Morgana is counter to Taric. Really a very nicely done by Unrestricted. As I said before, I haven't seen this a lot, but in a draft pick mode game where you can see what the other team is picking, if they go for Taric in that bottom lane, Morgana not as crazy of a pick as you might think. Anyway, Doublelift missing on that grab there. They are just running around at will in the ButtonMasherz jungle right now. Not in a good situation for them at all. These towers are very exposed right now. Someone had to go back to heal. Gungrace had to go back to heal, so Unrestricted have in a pretty good situation here. They can push on a number of these different towers if need be. Cleared that ward with their Oracle. My guess is that they'll probably go for mid, or potentially what they could do is they could have 4 members of their team in one lane and then Sid go into another lane with his teleport. In fact, it looks like that's what they're doing because I saw Sid just disappear. So my guess is that's what they're doing. Going to have Sid split off and push somewhere else. Anyway, look at the poke coming in on this tower. Again, Doublelift stunned under the tower, but there goes the black shield once again. And as long as he has that black shield, he's just going to run around. He's not scared at all. Can't really be touched by any spells as long as he has that black shield. Anyway, Sid is down here. Sid is not pushing top lane. Sid is going to split push bottom lane. And now look at what they've done to the ButtonMasherz. QQ up here, Gun Crazed having to run down the bottom lane, and meanwhile the rest of Unrestricted pushing on middle lane, and it looks like they're going to get this tower right there. Oh, flashing out of that Blitzcrank grab. Nicely done there in order to escape. Of course, you might say more nicely done would have been to be in a position where you don't need to flash at all, but nonetheless, still a nice job to escape out of there. Sid just split pushing with those mobility boots again. He might get caught here. We'll have to see. Anyway, killing another ward once again, but with those boots, it's pretty easy for him to escape. Anyway, oh, Funky Wet Lever grabbed through the wall by Doublelift. #1 Blitz. Gonna score the kill right there, and now hitting the knockup on Gun Crazed. A Mumu ult coming in. Gun Crazed going to get bursted down here. Not going to be able to escape. QQ knocking back Doublelift there, but he's continuing to overdrive right in. There is the grab and the knockup. Not going to be enough to kill QQ, but it is going to force another ult on him. And DontMashMe just running under the tower, trying to finish off Dark Cloud. Not able to do so. But now, with 2 champs dead on the part of the ButtonMasherz, they're going to be able to push on this tower, poke on this one pretty well. Oh, right there, another grab from Doublelift, grabbing Cheesy Fries, and here comes the burst from the rest of Unrestricted. Are they going to be able to finish him off? Yes, and now QQ, who did not have his ultimate because he had to blow it before, remember, going to go down as well. So wow, Doublelift again showing why he is the #1 Blitz, just grabbing people through the walls again and again and again, putting the ButtonMasherz into very bad situations over and over again. Getting a little too overconfident here though. This it probably is not a good sign for him, but there's the overdrive and he is just gonna boogie out of there on his little robot legs, and looks like he's gonna make it back to safety even with that Warwick Blood Scent on him. So I thought he was actually going to be in trouble there, but no, it looks like he's okay. Anyway, this game just not going the way of the ButtonMasherz. They fell behind early, and really the difference in the game has been Doublelift's grabs of just putting Doublelift's grabs and Nyjacky's Morgana ults plus Black Shields have really been the difference in this game. Have been flipping it around. Humongous farming edge now. Look at the farming stats here. 2 people close to 200, where no one on the ButtonMasherz is really much over 150. That is very big, and of course that's in addition to the global gold advantage. They have 5 towers down to 0 on the part of the ButtonMasherz, so just way behind in any statistic that I can possibly throw up on the screen for you. So at this point, basically, it's pretty much unrestricted's game to win. They have to make just horrendous errors to lose from this point in time. And unfortunately for the ButtonMasherz, when teams reach this level of skill, they generally don't make horrendous errors in terms of how they team fight. But in any case, we'll keep watching and see what happens, see if the ButtonMasherz have a chance to turn this around. The problem is DontMashMe has just gotten so ridiculously farmed at this point with 8 kills. He has Trinity Force Manamune and a BF sword, so he is just putting out massive damage as Ezreal right now. Going to be very difficult to deal with him. And then, of course, you have Morgana Black Shield to dump on him in any team fight, so it makes it very difficult to do anything to him when he can get hit by, say, an Alistar Pulverize, and he just walks right through it because he's got a Black Shield on him. Anyway, Doublelift, again, the X factor in this match, continuing to just grab people. Nice ward placement here, though, but again, going to be killed with that Oracle. Again, they wanted the ward there to prevent Blitzcrank grabs over the wall. Morgana, Dark Bindings over the wall. Sid TKO over here, split pushing again, has the teleport, remember, can teleport into fights. Right now, what they want to do is just split out the ButtonMasherz, do the equivalent of like a full court press in basketball. You put people on all 4 corners and just make it really difficult for the enemy team to keep up with you. Make it so they have to react to your movements and not vice versa, and make it very difficult to try to defend. Anyway, fighting between 2 towers, generally not a good sign, but now that that tower's down, they're not between 2 towers. They have pulled the ButtonMasherz out away from their tower. QQ going in, but even with his ultimate, he's going to be bursted down pretty quickly. And let's see, there's the Ezreal ult. QQ, I think, is he going to be able to get out of this? No, is not going to be able to escape. Everybody else now getting trapped on the Amumu ultimate. Dark Cloud taking damage. Funky Butt Lover and Cheesy Fries the only one left. As soon as they realize Cheesy Fries is running away, he's going to get bursted down as well. There's the Dark Binding, and down he goes. And I believe that is going to be it. I see the surrender vote coming in. The match was going to be over anyway, and this match is going to unrestricted. So unrestricted, your winners of the Go for Law Cup number 20. Kudos to the ButtonMasherz, though, for taking us on this journey through to the final match. Anyway, we'll wrap it up, look at the stats, and try to end this series. Final stats for the match here, you can see how everybody finished up, the kills, deaths, and assists, the items, the number of minion kills. Feel free to look over that as you will. The difference in the match, the ButtonMasherz never really able to get going in this match. They did alright, I think, in both middle and top lane. Generally speaking, that Cheesy Fries had some trouble in mid. QQ, I think, did okay in top lane. The biggest issue was mostly in bottom lane that I saw, at least during the laning phase. For whatever reason, it was something that I had never really thought about before, but that Morgana Ezreal lane really dominated the Vayne Taric lane, which is not something I'd expect. But when you take Taric in a lane like this, the whole idea is Taric uses his stun. He stuns someone in a bit as soon as they're a little bit forward, and then the AD carry, Vayne in this case, will run forward, burst, and use all their damage on them, and do a ton of damage. But in this game, they were never able to do that, because Nyjacky would just throw Black Shield onto whoever was about to be stunned, and they would just walk right through it. Without that, Taric was just a relatively weak heal bot, and they just weren't able to set things up the way they wanted it in bottom lane. So Nyjacky doing a great job of countering Funky Butt Lover's Taric, which has been very effective in the other games if you've been watching it. Elsewhere, all over the map, it just felt like the ButtonMasherz never really able to get going. They weren't able to get that early dragon the way they've been doing in a lot of the other matches here. Struggled to take that. Just kind of got outplayed in a lot of the individual matchups, for lack of a better word. Just came out behind unrestricted. And DontMashMe, finishing 8-1-8, showing again why he's one of the top ranked players on the solo queue ladder. And of course, Doublelift doing what he normally does, hitting on all sorts of ridiculous hooks and just swinging the game around with those Blitzcrank grabs. Always just a pleasure to watch and fun to see in action whenever you can have a chance to watch it. So anyway, unfortunately, ButtonMasherz not able to win. They did come in second place, losing in the finals of this Go for Law Cup. I did hear from the players that the fact that they had to play on a different different day on Monday as opposed to Sunday kind of threw them off. They went into the game a little bit colder than they think they would have been, which is unfortunate, but of course, unrestricted was in the same situation too, so maybe it did end up affecting them in this game, but they definitely did seem just a little bit off their game in this one compared to the others. Anyway, once again, hope you enjoyed this series that we did. It was a lot of work to get them done in relatively short time, but I think they came out pretty good. If you watched them all, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed them. In any case, until next time, good luck in your games, have fun, and don't be a feeder.